Nigeria thought it knew everything about Alex Ekubo, his movies, his smile, his height, his broken engagement, his silence, his death. But 1 week after this country buried its grief in tribute and hashtags, a new layer of this story has emerged that has stopped everything. Alex Ekubo had a secret wife. He had a secret child, and now the woman he loved and married away from every camera and every blog may be carrying another piece of him inside her body right now. A child that will never meet its father. A pregnancy that the world is only just beginning to suspect. And it was Uche Jombo, sitting in that house, looking at that woman across the room, who saw something that made her stop and pray. Today on Just Mama NG, we are telling you the full story of Alex Ekubo's secret wife. Her name, her silence, their child, and the pregnancy that has Nigeria on its knees. Stay till the end. Subscribe to Just Mama NG. Let us go back to May 13, 2026, 2 days after Alex Ekubo died. While Nigeria was still processing the shock of losing him, while tributes were still pouring in from every corner of the entertainment industry, a group of women quietly drove to a house in Lagos. No cameras, no press, no announcement. Just women going to sit with a widow who nobody in the public even knew existed. Uche Jombo was among them, one of Nollywood's most respected actresses and producers, a woman who has been in this industry for over 2 decades and who carries herself with a dignity that commands respect everywhere she goes. She went to that house. She sat with Alex Ekubo's wife. She held space with her. She laughed with her through tears, the way only women who truly loved the same person can laugh together. And then she came home and posted something on Instagram that stopped Nigeria cold. Uche Jombo notes, "As we sat around your wife today talking about you, through the tears came heavy laughter, and I looked around and said, 'This is so Alex.' Thank you, brother, for the memories, lessons, conversations, and love. Because I know how much of a planner you are and how intentional you are, I can say you did it your way. Everything else is noise. Our hearts are breaking, but I know you are free from pain and left with a smile. I thank God for your life, for your peace with him in the end. I'm sure you already know. We got her. Love you and miss you, Ikuku." We got her. Those 3 words, "we got her," is Uche Jombo making a promise to a dead man that the women around him will take care of his wife. That is not a casual tribute. That is a covenant. That is the kind of promise you make when you look at a woman who is alone in the world in a way she was not prepared for, and you decide you will not let her drown. But it was what Uche Jombo said next that made Nigeria forget everything else. After her visit, Uche Jombo shared one observation that set social media on fire. She said she prayed. She prayed that Alex Ekubo's wife was pregnant. Now, Gismama wants you to think about that prayer very carefully, because Uche Jombo is not a woman who says things carelessly. She's not a woman who posts for clout or manufactures emotion for engagement. She went to that house. She sat with that woman. She looked at her, and something she saw or something she felt moved her to pray specifically for a pregnancy. Women know each other in ways that words cannot always explain. When a woman looks at another woman and something shifts inside her, that is not coincidence, that is instinct. That is the kind of knowing that does not need a pregnancy test or a hospital confirmation to be real. Gismama is asking the question that Nigeria is whispering but nobody is saying loudly enough. Did Uche Jombo already see the signs? Was the prayer not a wish for something that had not happened, but a blessing over something that was already beginning? Because a woman who has carried a child herself knows what certain things look like before they are announced. A certain tiredness around the eyes, a certain fullness in the face, a certain way a woman holds herself when her body is already doing something new and extraordinary inside. If Alex Ekubo's wife is already expecting their second child, she is carrying that baby completely alone, without the man who planted that seed, without the man who planned everything with such intentionality that even his death was managed privately and with dignity, without the man who in 2020 posted, "Dear God of children, I can't wait to have kids so I can call them from their room in the other wing of the mansion to come and pass me the remote control right next to me on the couch." He wanted children badly enough to joke about it publicly. He prayed about it openly. And then quietly, away from every blog, every Instagram page, every entertainment journalist, he got exactly what he asked for. A wife, a child, and possibly a second child on the way. And Nigeria is only finding out now because death forced the secret open. Now let Gismama tell you what we know about this woman, because she deserves to be spoken about properly today. reports have emerged suggesting that Alex Ekubo married a woman named Anwuli in 2024. Anwuli, a beautiful Igbo name that means God has answered me. Of all the names this woman could have, she carries the name that means answered prayer. And Alex Ekubo, a man from Arochukwu in Abia State, a man of deep faith, a man who kept his private life locked behind a wall of deliberate silence, chose her, married her quietly in 2024, and built a family with her in a space that no camera could reach. According to Nigerian Tribune, Alex Ekubo quietly lived as a married man and father while keeping his family life completely away from public scrutiny. Findings from industry conversations reveal that his decision to maintain this silence was shaped by the painful end of his engagement to Fancy Acholunu, an episode that subjected him to intense public scrutiny and online speculation about his sexuality. According to insiders, his decision to maintain silence was also shaped by a desire to protect his family from online bullying, persistent social media attacks, and recurring speculation that had followed him for years. He built a wall of privacy, not because he was ashamed, not because he was hiding something wrong, but because the Nigerian internet had already proven it could not be trusted with his story. The same internet that spread gay allegations about him, the same internet that weaponized his heartbreak with Fancy Acholunu into entertainment, the same internet that speculated about his health for over a year while he was fighting cancer. That internet, he kept his wife and child away from it, and he was right to do so. Grace Makun, wife of fashion designer Yomi Casual and one of Alex Ekubo's closest friends, wrote in her tribute, "We are not okay. Your wife is not okay. I can't explain this. No, it's not okay. I wish we didn't listen to you and broke down that wall of privacy you had built. Your guys are not okay, oh. Your parents, siblings, wife, your gang, colleagues, fans, your wife is not okay." That is Grace Makun, who knew about this marriage, saying publicly what the wife cannot say herself right now because she is still inside the grief, still inside the shock, still inside a pain that has no roadmap and no timeline. And now Gist Mama comes back to Uche Jombo's prayer, because if Alex Ekubo and Anuwili already have one child together, and if Uche Jombo sat in that room and saw something in that woman's face or her body or her energy that moved her to pray for a pregnancy, then the possibility that a second child is coming is not just speculation. It is the kind of hope that women pass between each other silently when words are not enough. Think about what this means for Anuwili right now. She is a widow. She is a mother. She is allegedly carrying a child whose father will never come home. She is surrounded by friends who are making promises to a dead man to take care of her. She has not spoken publicly. She has not shown her face. She has not even confirmed her own existence to a country that is only just learning she was there all along. And yet, through the tears came heavy laughter. That is what Uche Jombo said. Through the tears came heavy laughter. Because the women who sat in that room knew that laughter was the most Alex thing that could happen in a moment of grief. He was the man who made every room lighter. He was the man whose friends called him Ikuku, full of air and life and energy. And even in his absence, sitting around his grieving wife, somehow he managed to make them laugh. That is who Alex Ekubo was, a man who planned everything with such intentionality that even his death could not take his spirit out of the room. Now Gist Mama wants to say something directly to Anuwili, wherever she is, however she's reading this, whether she ever sees this video or not. Nigeria failed your husband while he was alive. We spread rumors about him. We laughed at allegations about his sexuality. We made his heartbreak into content. We watched him disappear from social media and turned his silence into trending topics instead of prayers. We owe him better than what we gave him. And we owe you the dignity of letting you grieve privately, the same privacy he fought so hard to give you and your child while he was alive. If you are expecting his second child, Gist Mama prays with Uche Jombo. Let there be an Alex Ekubo Jr. Let something of him remain in this world beyond his films and his awards and his 135 million YouTube views. Let his name continue. Let his intentionality live in a child who will grow up knowing that their father chose dignity over fame at every turn. before we close, Gist Mama wants to hear from you on 3 things. Number 1, Uche Jombo sat with Alex Ekubo's wife and prayed she was pregnant. Knowing that Alex Ekubo already had 1 child secretly and may have been expecting a second, do you think that prayer was a wish or a knowing? Do you think Uche Jombo already saw the signs when she looked at Anowoli that day? Number 2, Alex Ekubo built a wall of privacy around his wife and child to protect them from the same Nigerian internet that had already hurt him before. Knowing everything Nigeria put him through, do you think he was right to keep his family hidden, or do you think his wife and child deserved to be celebrated publicly while he was still alive to enjoy it? Number 3, if Alex Ekubo's wife Anowoli is indeed expecting their second child, what message do you have for her today? Drop it in the comments because she may never read it, but Gist Mama believes that love sent into the universe finds its way home. Drop everything in the comments, every prayer, every word, every thought. Gist Mama is reading all of it today. Her name is Anowoli. It means God has answered me. She married Alex Ekubo in 2024, away from every camera. She gave him a child that Nigeria never knew existed. She sat in a room full of women who loved her husband, and through the tears she laughed because that is what he would have wanted. And now she may be carrying the last piece of him, a child who will never meet its father but will grow up knowing that their father chose love so fiercely that he kept it safe from the whole world just to protect it. Uche Jombo said, "We got her," and Gist Mama says the same. Nigeria, let us get her too. Let us give this woman the privacy, the dignity and the grace that her husband fought his entire life to give her. Alex Ekubo, April 10th, 1986, May 11th, 2026. Husband, father, son of Arochukwu. You did it your way, and your way was beautiful. Subscribe to Gist Mama NG. Share this video because Anowoli's story and the story of the child she is carrying deserves to be told with love. Hit the notification bell for every update and come back because this story is not finished. See you in the next one.